Hi, this is Dane, and I'm doing podcasts for Balanced Body, and we're at my studio, North Star Pilates Solutions in Buffalo, New York. This is my assistant, Kim, and Kim is going to be demonstrating for us a lunge on the chair and lunge to step up on the chair. And this is a great exercise for any athlete that requires lower body alignment of hip, knee, and foot, and that's every athlete. So what I'm going to have Kim do is step up on the chair, and really when you're doing any exercise that takes a person up off the floor, you really want to make sure that all your safety checks are in place. So the handles are in the chair, and she can use those for balance. And if she gets a little bit more, as she gets more advanced, we can take the handles out and make it a little bit more of a balance challenge. But we're going to demonstrate with the handles in. And you want to make sure your handles are locked in nice and tight and that they're not moving, because she might be putting a lot of weight on those handles, and we don't want them to slip and fall. So what I'm going to do is step down on the pedal first and have Kim step on the pedal and then up on top of the chair. Good. And this is going to be our starting position here, right up there. So once you get the athlete up on the chair, you want to make sure that their feet are in the right position and that their hands are in the right position as well. So depending on the length of their legs, you may need to move their feet forward more on the chair or back on the chair. And that's something you'll kind of play with as you go to make sure that the knee angle is where you need it to be. So just move your feet just a touch forward for me, Kim. Great. And we're going to start with the left leg up on the chair and the right leg back on the pedal. So I'm going to have Kim bring her foot back off the top of the chair onto the pedal. And we want the foot on the pedal to be somewhere in the ball of foot area, not directly in the arch. You can also go on the heel, but you don't want to be hanging out in the middle of the foot right in the arch. So you can go balls of feet or on the heel or even on the toes or prehensile if that's something you want to strengthen in your particular athlete. So the movement is going to start with spine nice and tall, and we're going to keep Kim's hands on the pedal, on the handles right now. And again, those handles are just for balance. They're not really using the arms to lift and lower. So it's not a tricep press. It's way more of a lower extremity exercise. So I'm going to have Kim take an inhale and lower herself down toward the floor, and then exhale and press back up again. Good. Basic exercise, but what we're looking for is making sure that her hip, knee, and foot stay in alignment here. So you may need to come around to the other side of the chair and just look at her from the front to make sure that you can see where her hip, knee, and foot are pointing. And again, this is not a tricep press exercise, so you want to make sure that the upper body stays nice and soft and that length through the spine is always maintained. And you can even have your athlete lean forward just a little bit to get a little bit more weight on that front leg and just to get a little bit more work through that quadricep muscle. So the spring tension for this exercise should be something that they can do comfortably at first until they get a feel for being up off the floor, and then you can always decrease the spring tension to make it more of a challenge for them. Okay, why don't you come all the way down to the floor for me, Kim? Good, and let's have you switch. So you can step switch legs, and bring the other leg up, and press right up to start again. So I had Kim come all the way down to the floor to switch legs. You can have them switch legs up top if they're comfortable being up high, but I just, for safety's sake again, make sure they're down on the floor grounded to switch before you put them back up again. And I'm just going to have her do the other side here, a few repetitions. So go ahead and lower yourself right down again, Kim. Inhale as you do. Exhale and press back up. Good. So I'm going to have her take her hands off the handles and fold her arms in front of her just to give herself a little bit more of a balance challenge, and always making sure that you're around your athlete to spot them. So inhale and lower for me. And exhale and press. Good. Inhale and lower. And exhale and press. Good. Come all the way up on top of the chair for me now, and hang on to the handles for me there, please. So the next variation we're going to do here is called lunge to stand. So I'm going to have Kim do the same lunge that she was doing, but at the end, instead of stopping, I'm going to have her press all the way up onto that standing leg, leaving the back leg hanging off of the chair. So this is really going to get that full extension of that quadricep muscle and make sure that she's getting that nice full work all the way through the leg. So let's start with the left foot forward on the chair and the right foot back on the pedal. Good. So I'm going to have her hold on to the handles for now. You're going to inhale and lower down for me. And as you exhale, go ahead and press up and straighten out that left leg all the way. Full extension of the left leg, leaving the right leg hanging back off of the chair there. And now, the trick here is to bend that left knee and find the pedal with the right leg to come back down into the movement. So once again, always making sure that you're close to your client or athlete, making sure that they feel stable. Go ahead and do that again for me, Kim. Making sure that they feel stable and protected so that they don't feel like ever that they're going to fall. One more time on this side. Good. And exhale and press all the way up. Full extension of that left leg. Beautiful. You could bring your right leg up on the top of the chair. And again, you'd switch sides to make sure that they're doing both sides. And depending on, if you see any imbalances with your athlete or if that's something you're working on, you can work one side more than the other, or you can change the spring tension to work different sides. So that's lunge on the chair and lunge to stand on the chair. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.